Hello students, welcome to the interactive English language classroom. As we all know that to learn a language, you have to learn the four skills of a language: listening, speaking, reading and writing. So let us start with listening and reading today's lesson, The School for Sympathy. We have a main character here, Miss Beam, and it is a school. We have already read this lesson. Now we will start with the worksheet. So whenever we do the listening task, we have to be careful about the vocabulary, interest, do it well, concentration, just listen to what is being said. Tips for a listening test: listen for names, places, dates, numbers, address, etc., and make notes on the question paper. While listening, write answers on the paper. You have to multitask. You have to listen, read, and write all at the same time. Then pay attention to the instructions, both spoken and the instructions given on the question paper. You have to underline the key words. For example, if it is there in the question paper that no more than 2 words and or a number, then the answer will have to be just 2 words or less than 2 words, or a number and 1 word or 2 numbers. If you miss the answer, don't worry. Keep listening or you will miss the next answers. Come back to it later on. Don't leave a blank space. Make a guess and then answer. So we will do the listening test now. You will hear an audio and you will have to answer the questions as you listen. The audio will be 2 sections and you will have to answer 5 questions from section 1 and 5 questions from section 2. Before you listen to the audio, just look at the questions carefully. The questions 1 to 5. Take some time. Look at the questions. There are fill-ups here, and the answer should be no more than 1 word. So the answer will be just 1 word. Now listen to the audio. I had heard a great deal about Miss Beam's school, but not till last week did the chance come to visit it. There was no one in sight but a girl of about 12 with her eyes covered with a bandage, who was being led carefully between the flower beds by a little boy of some 4 years her junior. She stopped and evidently asked who it was that had come in, and he seemed to be describing me to her. Then they passed on. Miss Beam was all that I had expected: middle-aged, authoritative, kindly, and understanding. Her hair was beginning to turn gray, and her figure had a fullness likely to be comforting to a homesick child. We talked idly for a little while, and then I asked her some questions as to her scholastic methods, which I had heard were simple. In order to get a real appreciation and understanding of misfortune into these young minds, the school made them participants in misfortune too. In the course of the term, every child had 1 blind day, 1 lame day, 1 deaf day, 1 maimed day, and 1 dumb day. Every child had to experience what the person went through. If he was blind, lame, deaf, had one arm, or who couldn't speak. This made them more thoughtful and caring towards others. This is the end of section 1. Please check your answers. Section 2. Charity begins at home. An audio will be played and you will have to answer the questions while listening to the audio. Before you listen to the audio, look at the questions 6 to 10. Now, these questions are multiple choice questions. You have to choose the correct option. Listen to the audio. Charity begins at home. I strongly believe in this concept. From charity, I don't mean only the monetary help offered to someone needy, but it consists of a broader meaning. It stands for any kind of help that one can offer to a person in need. It can be physical, mental, social, or moral support. So, when I discuss about charity beginning from home, it best suits for any kind of help one can offer to one's family members. Student life is a life of fun and enjoyment. One always feels more comfortable with friends. But one must not forget responsibilities towards family at the same time. Helping friends should always be one of your priorities, but it must not be at the cost of your family's needs. Helping mother in household chores, offering your father a helping hand in his business, caressing an old grandmother, taking an old grandfather for a walk, showing respect to elders, solving problems of siblings, etc., can create a world of wonders around you. So, this is how we find charity beginning from home and gradually becoming a part of your personality. This is the end of section 2 and the audio. Look at your answers carefully. Let us discuss the answers now. The author visited Miss Beam's school. Number 1 is school. Her eyes were covered with a bandage. Bandage? He was some 4 years junior to the girl. So you have to write FOUR because it is written one word. It is not written one word or a number. So it is one word. She was authoritative, kind, and understanding. Fifth is the author knew that the methods were simple. Every child had to experience what the disabled went through. Section 2. So the questions are, according to the speaker, charity does not mean helping only with money ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ monetary. So monetary ਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ meaning ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. It's not always that we have to look for the exact word. ਉਹਦੀ sense ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ synonyms ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ use ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. According to the speaker, charity does not mean helping only with money. The next one is charity does not mean giving moral support. कि ये हो सकता है, but charity does mean giving any kind of support or help. So A is okay, B is helping with money is okay, offering help is good, throwing garbage in the street. This is D. So the answer is D, because here it is not mean. Charity does not mean. So question number 8 is, one can help one's mother in. Mother ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? Flying planes? No. Fighting with siblings? No. Then doing household chores? Yes. So the shouting loudly? No, it can't be. So we can help one's mother by doing household chores. You can aid the elders in your family by caressing, taking care, irritating, giving respect. When you have to answer the questions, these all seem good if we take a guess. Caressing, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਲੋਸਣਾ, taking care, ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ, irritating, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, irritating is wrong. What you listened according to the audio. The elders in your family, you can aid the elders in your family by giving respect. This is the answer. So D, giving respect. ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਜੋ audio ਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ. What was said was caressing an old grandmother, taking an old grandfather for a walk, showing respect to elders. So showing respect or giving respect is the same. So the answer is giving respect, D. Number 10, doing charity in all its forms gradually becomes a part of your character. Enhances your property? No. Makes your bank account strong? No. Helps you in get first division? Not at all. So doing charity in all its form gradually becomes a part of your personality. So personality and character, we use it in the same sense. Reading section. Let's see what are the strategies for reading. Reviewing. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪੈਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਸੀਗਾ, ਹੈ ਕੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? Number 2 is interpreting instructions and questions. Instructions ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣਾ ਤੇ questions ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣਾ. Number 3 is skimming for the general idea of the text. Skimming is ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖੋ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ main idea ਲੱਭੋ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ lesson, and ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਚਣ ਲੱਗੋ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ. Then scan for specific answers. We have to scan for names, numbers, or what is asked of us, what the question asks us, ki labbo, ki labna hai aapa ode vichon. Let's start with reading passage 1. We will look at the questions first. What is it? Let's see the passage. Jada for previewing. Most of India wakes up to tea, sipping tea, then varieties of tea, sleep-inducing effect. Quickly, if we look at herbal teas, so it is about tea. Most high-end brands also have kiosks and lounges that offer leisurely cuppa or tea on the go. So if we see, the paragraph is about tea and types of teas and variety of teas. And we have to choose the correct option. So let's look at the questions first. There will be 6 multiple choice questions, so we'll have a look at them first. Which variety of tea is not discussed in the above passage? So we have to find which tea. The main word here is tea, variety of tea. We can quickly look at infused tea, bubble tea, herbal tea, and matcha tea. So matcha is the purest form of, that means matcha tea is there. From the question 2, we have come to know that it is there. Herbal tea does not taste, again herbal tea is there in the third. So infused tea is also there. So according to these questions, we can find that there is these three are there. So one, we can, even before reading the paragraph, we can make a guess that it is bubble tea. Now we'll have to look at the paragraph and see if we can go with our guessed answer. So the fifth question is, these new age brews are not being served. Where it is not being served? In kiosks, lounges, on the go, in temples, in stylish tea rooms. So we have to find these. So let's do 5 questions together and go back to the paragraph. Let's go back to the paragraph now. So what tea is not discussed? So we can see the teas here. So what is here? We have matcha. We have matcha here. Then we have herbal. Then we have infused tea. So infused tea. So what is the answer? The answer for question number 1 is bubble tea, because it's not been discussed. We have found these 3 types of teas: 1 infused tea, herbal tea, and matcha tea. So the answer is bubble tea. So matcha is the purest form of, is it black tea, lemon tea, green tea, or coffee? It can't be coffee, but it will be 3 teas. So we'll see what is matcha tea. Let's see, matcha is the purest form of green tea. So it is purest form of green tea. So with the next question was purest form of green tea. So the answer is C, green tea. Herbal tea does not taste. What type of herbal tea tastes like? Sweet, spicy, fruity, or flowery? So we go back how the herbal tea tastes. Let's see, where is herbal? Herbal tea gets a facelift. It tastes spicy, flowery, or fruity. So what was the answer? Let's see the answer. It is not sweet. It is not sweet. Does not taste sweet. So it is sweet. The answer is A, sweet. So let's go to the fourth one. An infused tea cooler is not. So let's see, it is also a negative question. We'll have a look what is infused tea. So the infused tea, let's find it. The infused tea. Let's see, herbs like ashwagandha. No, it's okay. This is how we begin. Matcha is done, caffeine-free herbal tea is done, then herbs like ashwagandha, tulsi, brahmi, ginseng are used to infuse their flavors in the tea. Several blends are created mixing finest of Darjeeling and Assam tea with chamomile, jasmine, honey, lemon, basil, vanilla, mangoes, and berries. So another trend in the market is the infused tea coolers. So here is that word, the key word, infused tea coolers. What is it? These are like flavored water with a hint of tea and fruity or spicy flavors to hydrate and refresh. So what was the question? Let's see the question again. Okay. These are flavored water with a hint of tea and fruity or spicy flavors to hydrate and refresh. The idea is to keep a sachet of green tea infused or blended with fruits or spices into a jar of water and ice added. The flavors and antioxidants released slowly make it a mild tea that is tastier than just plain water. So, now we have to find what all is not there. So there the answer was that it doesn't have, okay, infused tea cooler is not added with milk. So D is the answer. It was flavored water, ice was put in it, and it was used to keep hydrated and fresh. So the answer is added with milk. So let's see where this tea is not being served. We go back to the paragraph. Let's see the last one. So, the demand for tea has been expanding across tea India with tea rooms. So they have two tea rooms that have stylish, sophisticated settings to vibrant, quirky ones. These tea joints have bridged the gap between home and street. Most high-end brands also have kiosks and lounges that offer a leisurely cuppa or tea on the go. So here the answer is the tea is being served where? In the tea rooms, then in lounges, then kiosks. So where is it not being served? It is not being served in temples. So next, we go to the next one, sixth. Choose the statement which is false according to the above passage. Herbal tea has a high concentration of caffeine. Herbal tea doesn't have caffeine. So this is the answer. This is false. So we'll check up with the next ones also. Most of India wakes up to tea? Yes. The new stylish and sophisticated tea joints have bridged the gap between home and street? Yes. The new age brews are finding their feet in the Indian market? Yes. So the B, C, and D are true. So false is A. Which herbs are used to infuse flavors in the herbal tea? Now we'll go back and have a look. And let's see the question number 8 first. Okay, the new variants of tea are different from traditional tea as these have a calming and sleep-inducing effect. This is true. So let's go to the 7th one. Herbs are used. Which herbs are used? This was, we can say ashwagandha and things like that. Let's see what the answer is. Okay. Herbs like ashwagandha, tulsi, brahmi, ginseng are used to infuse their flavors in the tea. So these are the herbs used. So this is the answer. We go ahead. We go for the next one. The new variants of tea. Okay. Write 2 words with suffix ly. This is, you have to add a word before this. And we can also find from the passage ly. The word with ly. Let's see if there we can find 2 words in the passage. Otherwise, we can say happily, lovingly. So there is a word slowly and steadily. We have 2 words here together, slowly and steadily. So we go to the next question, which is the last one. 10. The child is playing around. Sip is the verb. Milk from his sipper. So use sip as a gerund. And you know, gerund has ing to go with the verb. So the answer is, the child is playing around, sipping milk from his sipper. Now, reading passage 2. In this passage, we have 6 questions. And we will have a look at the passage now. Hundreds of years have witnessed Indian families not rejoicing on the birth of a girl child. So word is girl child, and in the next line also there is girl child, then female, then beti padhao, beti bachao, beti padhao, then again there is girl child. So beti bachao, beti padhao scheme, again there is. So it is, let's say it is about the girl child, and we can start making a guess for the questions. And let's see the questions first and then go back for the answers. How long have the Indian families not rejoiced at the birth of the girl child? So here we have to find how many years. So tens of years, hundreds of years, thousands of years, forever. So when we did the first question, when we just read the paragraph, the first line, hundreds of years have witnessed. Hundreds of years. So let's go to the next question. The campaigns and laws to save and strengthen the girl child before 2014 were the answers are promoted a lot. Then B is changing the scenario. B is changing the scenario. C is without much awareness. D is not implemented. So let's see the laws in 2014. We have to look near that. The process continued without much awareness. It was before 2014. So the campaigning and laws frames earlier, the process continued without much awareness. So the answer is without much awareness. Let's go further. Then here the answer was without much awareness. C. What is the aim of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme? So it is, the scheme aims at making the girls independent both socially and financially through education. So here was the answer. So we go ahead. Let's go for the next question. Why did girls not go to school or opt for higher studies? Why didn't they go? Let's see. The girls did not go to school. So this, yes, it is here. Social and family constraints did not allow to go to school. So the main word was go to school and opt for higher studies. So the answer is, it was because of the social and family constraints, girls did not go to school or to opt for higher studies. So next is, we find the answer from here. So next is the last one. Okay. Anti-ragging dash is the need of the hour. Anti-ragging, awareness. We have to use the word awareness. Ragging, awareness. There should be no ragging, and there are rules made that if somebody rags when you go to college, and they will be fined or penalized. So the word anti-ragging awareness is the need of the hour. So now we match the words and column A with their meaning in column B. Rejoicing. What is rejoicing? Enjoying. Enjoying. So campaign means promotion. Promotion is not that you get promoted from class 11th to 12th. Promotion here is promote karna, campaign karna, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸਣਾ, awareness ਜਗਾ ਕੇ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਵਾ ਦੇਣਾ. So these were the 6 questions, and I hope you understood. Thank you.